from the Toronto Stadium. Of course, these two, realistically, modern history has defined them in this competition. It's the 9th time Portugal have participated, but it's the 7th in consecutive that they have featured in this competition. Their best finish was 3rd in 1966 in recent memory. They finished 4th 20 years ago in 2006. They've only made it to the quarterfinals 3 times though. As I said, finished 2nd in Group K on 5 points, 1-1 draw against Congo, and finished off the group with a goalless draw against Colombia. What a game that was. They did decimate Uzbekistan 5-0 in the 2nd group game. That was a confident victory. Whereas Croatia debuted in 1998's version of this competition, and they did finish 3rd in that. What an entry into the competition. They've only missed this competition once. That was in 2010. It's their 7th time in the competition. In the previous 6, they've gone out in the group stages 3 times. The other 3 times, they've at least made it to the semi-final. 3rd in 98, runners-up in 2018, and in the last competition in 2022, they finished 3rd as well. So, if they get out of the groups, they usually do quite well. We're just about ready for kick-off. Croatia are going to be getting us underway. They're going from right to left in the away strip of blue. Portugal left to right in the all-white, and we are underway. What a game we are in for this evening in Toronto. Croatia, I'd expect them to be very much up for it. I'd expect Portugal as well. Perhaps neither team have been firing. Of course, Portugal more of a favourite with this tournament, up there with the likes of Spain and France, England in terms of the European contingents. Whereas, of course, these are the favourites in South America, Brazil, Argentina, likes of that. Whereas Croatia not one of the favourites, but they can put a spanner in the works. Of course, we're expecting that it would be that this is the last World Cup game for either Luka, Modric or for Cristiano Ronaldo in this competition. We'll have to wait and see. Rumours about Ronaldo that this competition will be his last for his country, so it won't be his last competition, his last game ever for his national side if he were to bow out in this competition. Long ball forward looking for Bruno. It's nicely intercepted by Ruben Diaz. As I said, a lot of these players have played or do play their club football together. Joao, lovely touch there, Vitinha to the right side to Cancelo. Now he's got space to find Pedro Neto. Cuts inside on his left boot, fakes it. Might swing a ball into the box. He's looking for passing options. Goes 2v1, but that's well intercepted at the back by Pongracic. Forward into Budimir. Nice pass, and it's nicely out to Pongracic once again. Can he find the ball forward for Kovacic? He's forced to go back. Portugal get back in their droves and in their numbers. And it's back to Perisic. Of course, it's likely this might be his last competition as well at the highest level for his country. So it's 158th appearance for his national side for Perisic. Nothing to be sniffed at, of course, as well as Croatia just have it inside their own penalty area. Goalkeeper is hounded down there by Rafael Leao. Cleared away off the head of Nuno Mendes and out for a throw-in on the right-hand side, about halfway into the Croatian half. Will be Stanisic to take. Actually, the referee is giving it more close to the halfway line, I should say, by what the officials have given in the end. Back it goes to Satalo. I've watched Croatia in this tournament. I thought against Panama they were very good defensively. Ball forward from Perisic into the feet of Vlasic. Ball cut back to the edge of the area. Strike comes in, trickles into the arms of Diogo Costa. Easy one for the Portuguese shot stopper. Budimir with a strike at goal on his left boot. Just a little bit behind him. He's always stretching to get that one on target. I think he did well to get it on target, I do have to say, but that just shows it was a lovely run from Vlasic in behind. Of course, at 5'10", 5'9", and he was one of the smaller players on the pitch, and he rose highest to score a great header from a Luka Modric outswinging corner to beat Ghana 2-1 in their final group game, ensuring that they were bound for the round of 32. Joao Neves to Pedro Neto. You would say the introduction of Rafael Leao on the left-hand side for Joao Felix would add a lot more pace to the Portuguese attack. As it is looking for Joao in behind, he will find the ball, cut back into a decent area, striker goal is saved, second attempt is blocked, still in the penalty area, they clear the lines in the end, Vitinho with a strike is blocked away. Well, speaking of Rafael Leao, that's exactly what he did there. He used his pace in behind, Stanisic could not keep up with him, couldn't compete. There's a Bruno Fernandes effort there, and there is a pause in play. Apologies, it's been headed away out for a throw-in. About level with the penalty area on the right-hand side for Portugal. There is just a pause in play. I don't know if they was having a quick look at something, or our cameras on the broadcast had cut to Livkovic. Don't know if he maybe picked up a knock there, but what an opportunity that was. Both keepers tested. You would have to definitely say that was the more troubling effort. And the Budimir one. Portugal, that's a big start there. Bruno Fernandes, of course, had that really big chance against Colombia, kind of in the same area, but on the other side of the penalty box, if you will, that time. Good save, though, from Livkovic, and I think that'll give Croatia a lot of confidence that they haven't just welted under the first opportunity from Portugal, and they're coming forward once again, but that's a heavy ball from Nuno Mendes on the left-hand side, looking for Rafael Leao. Goes out for a Croatia goal kick. Watching it back, Mendes sees the run from Leao, but my word, he's got a lot to do. Pulls it back well. Fernandes, he gets it on target. Unfortunately, how he runs onto it. Leao, it's a beautiful ball from Leao. I won't take it away. I think it's more Bruno Fernandes could have done a little bit better. As he's running onto it, he kind of takes one step further forward, then the ball's underneath his right boot, so he's clawing it back. But he needs to do much better there, does the Portuguese Magnifico, as he's called by the Red Devils Manchester United fans. And what an opportunity that would have been for Portugal to make their mark, as I said, in the second game of the competition in the groups, they were dominant. They played some really good stuff against Uzbekistan, 5-0. Would be expected, though, by one of the tournament favourites. You could say they were underwhelming against Congo and Colombia. Yet to really arrive in this tournament so far. If they were to beat Croatia in handsome fashion, you'd say they would arrive. Lovely ball from Neves. Out to Leao. He's got a one-on-one against Vlasic. He swings a ball into the box. Header up into the air, and it's had to be punched away by Livkovic. Out for a corner, just looping. That could have gone anywhere. Could have gone in the back of his neck. Could have hit his bar. Good leap and good jump. But that's another lovely ball. Leao starting fantastic on that left-hand side for Fernandes. It's a good header by Satalo. Just get it away. I think he's trying to put it out for a corner. First set piece coming up here. Fernandes giving a round of applause there for Leao. Of course, a creative hub for the Red Devils. Fernandes this past season, but we know that he can get a lot of goals from midfield. Corner is taken quickly by Leao into Neto. He swings a ball into the box. Heads go up. Cleared away to the edge of the area. Strike comes in on the volley. Always an awkward one there. And Cancelo's strike off balance. Leaning back. Goes high and wide. And the Toronto Stadium fans. As we see pictures of the greats, as per usual, throughout this tournament. Great scenes from all the fans. Seeing a lot of red and green of Portugal, a lot of red, white and blue of Croatia. It's just been a fantastic tournament so far, and we're really only getting into the meat of the tournament, aren't we? Of course, from that goal kick, Kovacic comes away with it. He's driving further forward still. Croatia, here they come. This game's a lot more open than I thought it would be in the opening minutes, but that is a poor pass from the Croatian midfielder. Kovacic there. Joao Neves did well, I think, just to press him down, and it made him stretch for that pass. So about halfway into the Portuguese half, on the left-hand side, Nuno Mendes will have the throw-in. 8 minutes on the clock. It is Portugal 0, Croatia 0. Warm welcome if you are joining. It's unofficial, independent of Tube Studio commentary of all the action from the round of 32 in the Toronto Stadium. Fernandes finds Pedro Neto on the right-hand side, cuts back inside the left boot, dinks a ball into the back sticks, heads go up, and does that take a deflection off of Livkovic? He came out, Neto can't believe it, Ronaldo was there, Leao was there, just unfortunately the cross and the run didn't line up, but my word, that was lovely from Neto. Cut back inside, gets his head up, puts it in a great position, Once again, similar to Fernandes with his shot, he was a little bit behind Ronaldo. Usually makes his run spot on. He was in between two Croatian defenders. I don't blame him. I think he wants a corner, does the Portuguese skipper. At least that's what he's asking the referee, Escas. Did look like he just went all the way through. I didn't know if as Livkovic was coming out, but touch on it by watching the replay back. No, he didn't. So back in possession with the goalkeeper for Croatia, Dominic Livkovic, making his 79th appearance for his national side. Tackle comes in, but Stanisic jumps over it. Lovely touch there of Vlasic, driving forward. Pass it back to Kovacic, just on the left-hand side. Perisic playing at left back, of course, but we know he's almost going to be an attacking left wing back at times. Is the Croatian left back? It won't be a defensive one. Yeah, very attacking. Croatia looking at a bit of history between the two sides, or at least team streaks, I should say. Portugal, no losses in their last 8, 5 wins and 3 draws. Last defeat was to Ireland in November 2025. As here come Croatia, right hand side. Vlasic, ball into the box. Header goes up and header goes wide. Decent ball in. Budimir, I think he just gets underneath it a little bit too much. Wants to be more real onto that and heading it down into the surface, if you will. But again, that just shows that Croatia, they're not here to sit back. They want to take it to Ronaldo and co. So no losses in 8 for Portugal. Croatia want to end that little streak this evening. Croatia, though, 8 out of their last 10 have had over 2.5 goals. Both teams are scoring 7 out of the last 9. But Portugal have scored first in 5 out of the last 6. And here they come with Joao. He's been electric so far. Curse of the commentator. That's a poor pass to Mendes. It's going to be a foul. Mendes illegally caught, says the referee Escas. Croatia are not happy at all. It looked like that Croatia were flying away as well, with Budimir, Besar and Kovacic. Just watching it back, he's stretching for his Mendes. Watching it back, Kovacic definitely does catch him. Doesn't win the ball. I mean, Mendes, it's a poor pass. Kovacic doesn't need to do it because they do lose the ball. It's not that by Kovacic doing that. Mendes is already stretching, excuse me, to pass the ball, so she doesn't need to do that, does Kovacic. Speaking of it, again, more experience head, 117th cap for him. He's got 5 goals for his national side. And now a free kick. Cristiano Ronaldo, 145 goals for his national side, closing in on 1,000 for his career. 232nd appearance. Could he give his side the lead? Free kick. It's a little bit further out, but I think sometimes a little bit further out can suit the Portuguese skipper. He get it up and over. Of course, Mendes is over it. Of course, we saw a free kick right on the edge of the area against Uzbekistan. All eyes was on Ronaldo. Mendes stepped up. I don't think anyone believed he was taking it. Or he's going to run over it, make something happen. Well, he's slotted in the back of the net. This a little bit further out, maybe 30, 33 yards out, maybe even more. Ronaldo steps up to take it right into the wall. And he will check it out for a throw-in on the left-hand side. Is it a Croatian player down? I believe it is Pongracic. Looks like he might have took it, the hit of the free kick, right in the nether regions. If you will, a bit of a sore one for the Croatian centre-back. You see Ronaldo, if anything as well, he doesn't get underneath it. He kind of gets his laces over the top of it. Apologises to his teammates, but you got to say that, look, Ronaldo has earned that that opportunity. If you want to take the free kick, it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Let him take the free kick. Throwing though for Portugal, so they will keep possession and they will keep this momentum up. Ruben Diaz himself and Renato Vega have very little to do so far. Yes, Croatia have had a few shots, but they've been very quickly put together, if you will, so the defenders have been bypassed. Now once again goes past his man. It's a poor ball in. Will Pedro Neto be able to keep it on the right hand side? Goes all the way through the box. Cancelo will keep a hold of it, but Perisic does well to put his body in the way, and then Cancelo pokes it out for a throw in. Great defending from Perisic there. Ken Liao, already the worry if I'm Zlatko Dalic is Josip Stanisic at right hand side. The left hand side, Leao, he's flying down, he's beaten him 3 times out of 3 now. It would be worrying for the rest of the game. It's at the back here, Croatia playing out dangerously. Ronaldo closing down Livkovic. Into the feet of Modric, just outside their own penalty area. Portugal pressing with purpose. Ball forward for Budimir. Brings it down, but Portugal do win the second ball. Joao Neves, is he fouled? Referee says no. Ball pinged quickly to the left-hand side, and Batarina, the Como man, very, very impressive, the youngster. He will play it back though to Perisic. Kovacic quickly into Modric, who will swing the ball to the right-hand side. Vlasic is chasing, won't get there though. Right idea. The 40-year-old Croatian skipper just couldn't put it all together there, unfortunately. You can imagine 99 times out of 100 he pings on into the feet of Vlasic. That's the one time that he does get it wrong. Portugal back underway. Joao Neves, as I said, he's one of the changes into the lineup. Ruben Neves, who drops out. Just riches in that midfield for Portugal, haven't they? Bernardo Silva, of course, as well on the bench. Ruben Diaz, so many options. Ball over the top, looking for the run of Pedro Neto. It's a good header away. Well, it is, but Gracic, I thought he was going to head it out for a throw-in. Doesn't get it right and goes out for a corner. So 15 minutes on the dot. Portugal 0, Croatia 0. Unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary of this round of 32 clash. As I said earlier, the winner of this is bound to face Spain. Their impressive 3-0 win against Austria earlier, yet to concede in the tournament so far. Are Spain and De La Fuente's side, so it's a big task awaiting. But look, in the knockout rounds, they're all big tasks, they're all big asks. It will be a corner for Nuno Mendes. It's an in-swinger into the box. It goes! Header over the bar. Good leap and a good reach there. It's a packed out box. Looks like it was Renato Vega who just gets his header wrong. Lovely in-swinger from Mendes. So many bodies in the box. So it's a well-timed run from Renato Vega. He's running onto it. It's exactly what you want. He's under a bit of pressure, and watching it back, I wouldn't say that he should be putting it on the back of the net for safe. I'm not always a fan of that idea, but do I think he should be getting on target and testing the keeper at the minimum? I do. Our broadcast cut back to live pictures quickly, and Ruben Diaz has been shown the first yellow card of the game. Watching back the replay, goes up with Budimir. Does just give him a slight push and a bit of an arm in the face of Budimir. Catches him almost on his right shoulder, going up to his chin, if you will. So the defender picks up the first yellow card of the game on his 79th appearance. He's going to be careful now. Imagine now, if you are Croatia, an early yellow card, 16, 17 minutes, we're practically in now. That'll be a worry for Portugal, that'll be a bonus for Croatia. And they come down the right-hand side, Vlasic battling away with Renato Vega. That'll be a foul as well by Vega. Croatia are really troubling this Portuguese back line. Great piece of play by Petar Sujic. He stuck it past his man. Did he put it through his legs, maybe even? So low noise. Well, it kind of does. His leg, Renato Vega's leg stretches over it, so you could count it as a nutmeg. It's a lovely back heel though from Sujic. And now on the right-hand side, very wide, almost give or take level with the penalty box, but really wide on the byline. Who else but Luka Modric to take this set piece? Modric, almost outswinger-esque, ball into the box. It's dealt with by Portugal, and now there could be a dangerous counter-attack on. 1-2, Fernandes and Leao, but Leao, he's a pacey forward. He's not going to get to that one though, but it is just punted out of play there by Gracic. No mistakes. Right, let's get inside the play, go for a throw-in. We'll all get back and we'll reset, keeping it basic there. Don't want to take any risks, you'd have to say. Right decision. I agree with Gracic. It does mean though that Portugal do get the ball back. Neves himself and Vitinha just almost sitting in front of the back two. allowing the full-backs on either side to get high and wide as they like to do. We feel Nuno Mendes and Joao could they can hold down the wing as their own anyway. Vitinha just about 10-15 yards on the left-hand side into the Croatian half. That's a poor pass, so picked up by Vlasic. That's a poor pass from Vlasic though. Kept in play on the left-hand side. And then Vitinha plays it off of his man, so throw-in is quickly taken. Joao Neves. Ronaldo drops deep and as the first time pass, Diaz out to Pedro Neto. He's got underlapping Cancelo. It's almost for Portugal with the wingers and the full-backs. If one goes wide, one tucks in. If one tucks in, one goes wide. And as long as there's a player in that area, that's what they seem to be happy with. They are getting a bit of sustained possession here. Portugal just knocking it around. Vega into Diaz. Everyone is in the Portugal side, and Croatia are in the Croatian half. Cancelo back to Vega. Cost more of a defensive midfielder than a great season of playing at centre back, and that's why he's in the squad and in the 11. But that's not why he is. That's a poor pass when he tries to ping one out to the left hand side. We're looking for Leao. Already they know he's an outlet, but the last few times they've played the ball into him, it's been the passes that have really let him down, not himself. It's more the passes of his teammates looking for him that have really let him down. It's like a striker, isn't it? If you don't get service, well, you can't really do too much with it. Joao Neves swings it out to Neto. Good tackle there from Perisic. Well, interception, just pokes it out, I should say. I thought he was going to try and win the ball more than anything there. Quickly taken into the feet of Vitinha. Bruno Mendes, left hand side here. Leao, 1-2. Again, Portugal being the slower pace of the two. Getting the ball nicely swung out to Neto on the right. Cancelo fakes it on his right. Tries to send Perisic, ball into the box. It's not a great one. Blocked off of Modric. He's scampering for the corner. Is that one out of play? Linesman says no, but it's not a great clearance by the skipper. So Portugal keep the ball and they keep the pressure on regardless. Mendes. To Fernandes, dropping a little bit deeper. Back to Fernandes. Cancelo. Pedro Neto on the right, cuts inside on his left. Felix to put a ball into the box. What's the idea? They really packed the box. They've got 4 players in. The idea was to play the cross there. Vitinha into Leao. Great tackle from Stanisic, and now Croatia have got spacing behind his Portuguese defence. Ball forward for Budimir. It's well read though by Diaz. Heavy touch, nearly knocked out a player for a throw-in. Right place, right time on the left-hand side. It was Vitinha to keep that ball in play and keep this momentum up. For Roberto Martinez's side. 22.5 minutes played. We're halfway through, give or take, the first half. Hydration break will be shortly upon us, you'd think. Nice pass from Vega into the feet of Ronaldo. Knocks it to the left hand side to Mendes. Ball is swung in by Mendes. It's a good one. Has to be headed wide. It's a good defensive header. Neto was in there. Fernandes was in there. Pongracic, first one to it though, nods it out for a corner. Lovely ball in by Nuno Mendes. And I have to say, it doesn't look as close on first viewing because you can see, well, that he doesn't mean to put it in the back of the net. He's trying to head it wide. But at first glance, you see that ball coming in, the power and the pace that Nuno Mendes gets on it. It is very worrying that maybe Pongracic could have put that in the back of his own net. As I said, Portugal going from left to right in this first half, so it will be Mendes to take an in-swinger from the near side. Once again, good delivery. Heads go up at the back, sticks, it just loops over. Does that last off a Portuguese a player. Yes, it was. So it will be a Croatian goal kick, but not just yet, as there will be a hydration break. 23.5 minutes into this game, so we've got about a 3-minute wait. So a warm welcome if you are joining. Do stick with us because it is a 3-minute hydration break, so we won't be here too long. You're not missing any of the action on the field. It is goalless. We have to say that big chance for Bruno Fernandes, without a doubt, has been the biggest chance of the game so far. Great play down the left-hand side with Rafael Leao, pulled it back for Fernandes. And it was his strike that you'd have to say by far the best so far. The only shot of the game on target. And the 4th minute was nearly an early bright start for Portugal. Having a quick look at the stats, about 70%, maybe just a shade under for Portugal, possession. 0.77 XG for Martinez and co. 7 shots, 1 on target. So far, 3 corners, whereas Luka Modric's Croatia, 0.17 XG. 2 shots, 1 on target. No corners so far. And they had that dangerous free kick wide on the right-hand side, high up the field for Modric to take. Apart from that, haven't had much to say. Budimir had that an opportunity earlier on. It was very early in the game, it has to be said. Both managers having a word with their sides and both deep in conversation, it has to be said. Of course, looking at both bosses being in charge for quite a while, more so for Talic. Roberto Martinez, a 52-year-old, of course, a storied history in England for most people will know him, former Everton, again, and Swansea boss, and he did lead Belgium. This isn't his first rodeo in this tournament. He led Belgium to 2 competitions, challenged the Red Devils in 2018 and 2022, finished 3rd in this tournament in 2018, but went down in the groups in 2022. Been the boss since January 23, just a month after he did leave his post at Belgium. 43 games, 31 wins, 6 draws, 6 losses. A really impressive ratio for Martinez. Whereas Dalic, well, synonymous with the Croatian boss with his national side. Since October 2017, he's been in charge. 110 games, so he's 111th. 62 wins, 20 draws, and 28 losses. And very similar to Martinez in terms of he's got previous competition experience. I spoke about Croatia, 6 other tournaments they've competed in, 6 other editions. 3 times went out in the groups, the other 3 they went to a semi-final, a 3rd place, and a runners-up. Well, the runners-up in 2018 and the 3rd place in 2022 were under Dalic. He's been in charge that long. 62 wins, 20 draws and 28 losses, as I say. As we are just back underway now. Warm welcome. It is goalless from Toronto. Ball forward here though, Croatia. They're looking to make a difference maker here. Ball forward. Is there a clip of the heels there? Referee says no, but the attack is still alive. Strike comes in. It's blocked away. Kovacic keeps it alive. Perisic backing on his right boot. It's blocked away. It's not a great clearance, so when, well, Croatia, if they were to take the lead even, you'd say that's springing a bit of surprise. Portugal heavy favourite coming into this game. They are keeping possession here from this hydration break. Positivity, you'd have to say, from Croatia. Right-hand side, very wide, Vlasic. Got a stronger right foot. You don't see that many times for a winger in this day and age. More of an attacking midfielder as well. He's Vlasic. We want to get good players in the squad. Due to Perisic on the left and Stanisic on the right as fullbacks, does mean getting high and wide. That does kind of mean that Baturina and Vlasic can kind of tuck inside a little bit more and overload those central areas. Once again, speaking of Vlasic, he's on the ball now. Back to Gracic. Looking for options. And Portugal are pressing, not with the intensity and and tempo that they want, but they are pressing high. Ball over the top, lovely one. It's going to find Vlasic as well. He needs support from his blue jerseys though. Edge of the penalty area, goes for goal. It goes wide, but do believe, yes, you've seen pictures on the broadcast. The linesman's flag goes up, and even though it's a good ball, he's just offside. Renato Vega, the man who just at the last second just took that step forward and means that it's an offside and Portugal will get the ball back, and they've had more possession so far, closing in on half an hour. They've had the best chance as well of Bruno Fernandes. 4 minutes into the game, what a start that would have been for Portugal. Ronaldo back to Mendes, swings it long from left to right. Great first touch from Cancelo, cuts back inside, swings one into the box. Opportunity, goes all the way through, and it's wide of the mark. Ronaldo was in there. Lovely ball in from Joao Cancelo. What a pass as well, a peach from left to right from Nuno Mendes. One full back to another. Lovely first touch, just cuts inside, and credit to him, it's just over the head of Fernandes. And Ronaldo running in on the end of it, so close to grabbing the opportunity and getting a lead in this game. Once again, there have been some really quality balls into the box from fullbacks and wingers, which is impressive, I'd have to say. Kovacic. Long for Bruno, but can't win the ball. Portugal come away with it. Left hand side. Croatia want a throw in there. They're absolutely incensed that they haven't got one actually. But Portugal are the ones with the smiles on their faces, so maybe the cool, calm demeanour sums it up a little bit more. I'm not too sure. Mendes dropping a bit deeper, and that's Vega to find space in midfield. Vitinha back to Vega. Again, it's just a little bit slow from Portugal, especially when you watch a team like Spain play. It was very quick. It was, yes, short passing, but there's always movement. This just seems very tedious at the moment. Swung out to the right. Neto, you know what he wants to do. Great players, yes, but you know what he wants to do. You can defend it to a higher level, can't you? Of course, makes it a little bit easier. 31.5 minutes in goalless from Toronto. Portugal 0, Croatia 0. Who will be heading to the round of 16 to face Spain. One yellow card so far in the game, that was for Ruben Diaz. Poor pass there in the middle from Croatia there, left hand side. Again, it's over here. Croatia really struggling to find any form fluidity, any confidence so far. Of course, I think the confidence when a Modric or a Kovacic gets on the ball, that's been that kind of confidence. It's been trying to open it up and do a little bit more. Is allowed to play. Yes, it is. It's more whose is it? Throw-in taken quickly. Ronaldo back out to the left-hand side to Leao. So a one-on-one with his man. Fixed across and goes back anyway. Vitinha. Diaz will float one over the top. Back into a dangerous area. Chest down. Leao has it just inside the penalty area. Doesn't want to give up on it. He doesn't. Still has the ball. Pokes it back out to the left-hand side. Ball falls and across face of goal. Second chance is blocked away. Now to play for another corner. Once again, Portugal. I spoke about being slow. That's what you want. Fast pace. One touch or picking the ball up and driving forward. Great play on the left-hand side. I thought here by Fernandes. What a ball that is in by him. See the red smile on the face of the goalie. Deserves it after that Intervention there. Corner coming up on the far side. Looks like it will be Joao to take the in-swinger. He's happy with something. He's pointing to someone. Corner is taken short. Mendes goes for a strike. It's right into the wall. Oh, here come Croatia. Batterino, is he tripped up there? Referee says no. That would have been really dangerous, you have to say, for it. All forward, battling for it is Vlasic, and is that given a foul there against Vlasic? Because as I said, the hero in the game against Ghana. After the hydration break, that's when Ghana got their equaliser, and then felt like it was, I'm going to do this, going to do that. Never came to fruition. Watching again, a good battle so far. That's a foul be given. That might be a bit soft, I have to say. But free kick for Portugal. Take it short. Sorry, I thought they were backing players into the box. Get some bodies in there, put some balls into the danger zone. Mendes just inside his own half. To Joao, and it has just really calmed down a little bit more than anything. One, two, Kovacic. Always found a bit of space here. Pokes it forward, needs to be a little bit more on it to find on that right hand side. Possibility for Vlasic. Just feel that the biggest thing is you're waiting for the other team to make a mistake. This time of the tournament, no one wants to make a mistake. He's so worried about everything. I think he's that one. Coutinho, you look at the ball possession. I know the tournament in terms of the stats we're given, 14% in contest. So 58% possession for Portugal. At the moment, it's Joao who's dropping deepest in between between two centre-backs to perform that free. Didn't think that's something to be on the bingo card. Left-hand side, Mendes, he's all alone. He does need some support. Still in possession. Just inside the Bosnian half. It's just a little bit slow. I feel if this was 1-0 with Bosnia chasing a little bit more. Different story. Pinged out to Nesto. Into Joao Neves. Bruno Fernandes takes a touch. He's wiped down there. I believe that's Petar Sujic. Tripping up the Portuguese fielder. He's asking for a little bit more. We'll still watch it now. Well, it's just a foul. It's a bit nothing malicious, as I usually say, but he tried to just get his body in the way so you knew what was going on. Instead, he kind of clips Fernandes with his shoulder. And once again, they're not going to put the ball into the box, but they'll swing it to the right side to opportunity here. Ball could go anywhere from that clearance. Oh no, the keeper's done really well to hold it. Apologies. Just saw it fizz across the face of goal. Follow, where's that gone? Good. Goalkeeping from Dominic Livkovic. Long ball forward. Good again on the end of it. Is he Batterino? No, he's not. What defending that is at the back there. Portugal do get the ball, and again they've seen most of it. And still on the ball. Just over, maybe even with stoppage time, we're about 38 minutes into the game, including the stoppage time and the normal 1 minute of stoppage time. It was because of players wanting to rest and then come back in. Mendes, very, very slow. Croatia not really pressing at all, so they're not putting pressure on Portugal. That's a poor. I thought he was going to try to play. That's a poor pass, but Spurs do keep the ball. Renato Vega into Stanisic. It's very, very slow here. into Ronaldo, swung out to the right hand side. Now this is a bit of pace being injected. Cuts back. Into Neves. Still we've got to get Vega. Back to Vega. Again, it's very slow. Two defensive midfielders and to the two defenders. That's a nice ball, an idea from his teammate. Oh, he just well to the corner as well. It was Bruno Fernandes. He got at the end of it. Stanisic, the man, wasn't quite sure who it was. Big opportunity now for Portugal with this corner kick from the far side. Bruno Fernandes will be taking this. They've gone with an in-swinger every single time. Of course, do have other options. I have to say that he's tall, but Joao would be an opportunity from corners. You see the fullbacks in there. Cancelo and Mendes definitely would be opportunity to take the lead here. Fernandes. So a lot of assists in the past season from corners and set pieces. Ball into the box. It goes for everyone. Was that last off a Croatian heading out for a corner? Do believe it is. The full confirmation from the referee. Looks like it has been given. Well, it's definitely a Portuguese ball. It's more of a, is it a corner or a throw-in? That's just what's waiting to be decided. Seeing pictures of the fans. They're looking good. It will be a corner taken quickly though by Portugal. Move it quickly from right to left. They're always looking to unleash this strike. Nothing's going to come of it. Ball into a dangerous area, nodded away. Only as far as into the area. Right hand side. Croatia have it. Done really well there as well. Just to relieve a little bit of pressure more than anything. Portugal have been the better side in this first half, but with 5 minutes of normal 45 to go, it's Portugal 0, Croatia 0. You're looking at a minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage time because of the break. So we've still got 8 minutes left to play. About 9 minutes give or take, just after 40 minutes here in Toronto. Goalless between two top-ranked sides. Stanisic into Vlasic, played a really high line once again of Portugal. Nice ball into Batarina, plays it down the byline. Big tackle from Nuno Mendes. Sucic still comes away with it though. He's absolutely clattered. Croatia though still have the attack. He's still down as a Croatian man. Makes his way to Perisic on the left hand side. He's on a one-on-one, cuts back inside, fakes it once again. And then Cancelo, too big, too strong, knocks it off of his opponent, but was well defended by Kovacic. Now driving forward. Find a space now, they can't too many away. Portugal jerseys there. Quickly down the left hand side. Will they have an opportunity here later on in the first half? Joao slows it down into Ronaldo. Looking for an option. Put studs on the ball, and that kind of just sums it up that both teams have obviously put a lot into this game. Only 42 minutes of course in. They know more than anyone that we can afford to tire ourselves out almost, and perhaps that's what Croatia have done with the defending, and they just start to miscommunication can grow from that sometimes. Once again, you probably with the passes of Diaz into Vega, probably the two centre backs have had the most passes between them all. Fernandes playing just off of Ronaldo, that's still not kind of working, you'd have to say. Coutinho swings a nice ball forward, great tackle in the middle there from Kovacic. That should be a foul there, but they still come forward to Croatia. Once again, Kovacic full of running. If he can get his head up, he's got options to his right hand side. He might go it alone though, plays it down the byline to Perisic. Goes back inside, ball into the box, he's nodded right up into the air. Bit of head tennis, and now here come Portugal. Real back and forth ending to this first half. Good tackle coming in there though. And the ball is going to put up for a throw-in, I do believe. Referee just having a look at the bench for a few seconds for something. I'm not quite sure. Both teams ending the half much better than the middle portion. Pedro Neto on the right hand side, back to Cancelo. Neto into the feet of Leao, trying to overload this right hand side at the moment. Portugal, Mendes, that's it, it's moved all the way from left to right, plays one through, and you can see what Fernandes is trying to do there. He wants to let it run, but trying to take a flick on the flying fullback. And Livkovic looks to go long. Portugal with it back. Joao Neves. Back to Nuno Mendes. Could imagine there's changes maybe for both sides at half time. I'm not too sure. At the moment, with it being goalless. Diaz. Again, Diaz and Vega. They've had a lot of touches on a lot of the ball. Diaz back to Joao Cancelo on the right hand side. Gonna cut inside. Vitinha. Again, himself and Joao Neves almost 1-6. One pushes a little bit further forward to supplement the attack. Nuno Mendes into Rafael Leao. He's got a one-on-one here. Can he go down the byline? Can he find the ball into the box? Tries to take it past his man. He's doubled up though. Well defended. From Croatia, Batarina trying to get past his man, but no, well defended by Nuno Mendes. He's forced to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. But he did really well there, exceptionally. I believe the referee might have even given I was watching the replay back, might have given a free kick. Goes to, not late, he's in 2 feet in there, but goes in there, gives him a sly elbow. Watching it back, and not put anything into the box, so they take it shot. We have played the first 45 minutes, 4 minutes of stoppage time to go. Goalless in Toronto. Portugal 0, Croatia 0. Now Neto down the right. Can you know where he wants to go? It's a good ball though once again. Heads go up. Strike comes in. And it's well over the bar. Flying in there was Leao. Opportunity to give his side the lead on a stroke of half time. It's not a great ball in from Neto, but the clearance to support just up into the air. He's running onto it. I'd like to see the replay from behind more than the ones we've been given. It just gets really underneath it. I'm not going to sit and say that's an easy strike, not at all. It's coming out from the Toronto sky down onto your right boot. It's going to be awkward. That's obviously a massive opportunity there. Massive opportunity here, maybe for Croatia. So calm and collected is Diaz. That should be a foul. Yes, it is. Almost a bit of what I would call a receipt there by Budimir on the centre back. After their collision earlier in the game. Renato Vega swings it out. Pedro, now that's been the problem. I like the idea that the wingers are staying high. Just been a little bit overhit with some of the passes. Something you want to see. Both teams in the final third. That's what they're missing. Just a bit of quality. Well, you know it's there, of course. But it is missing. About 90 seconds left of first half stoppage time. Portugal 0. Croatia 0. Best chance falling for Bruno Fernandes so far in this first half. Ball forward, Bruno as he brought down there by Diaz. Diaz walking away. I can imagine the referee has given that. Now that's nowhere near a yellow card for Ruben Diaz. I don't think his yellow card was a yellow card, but you're kind of walking a tightrope now, aren't you? You're already on that yellow card. That's it. Maybe not warning, but your first yellow. If we're already having one, it's always a bit dangerous of how you play it out now. Speaking of playing out, that's what Croatia are doing right now. But they find Modric. Back it goes, and Gracic spreads it to the right-hand side. Modric. He's taken down there, so he's lost it to Tarlo. He wasn't happy with something. Whether the referee, don't know, was chopped down, not 100% sure on either way. It's taken quickly. Here comes Croatia, ball swung out to the left hand side, well intercepted. It will be kept alive with the ball in the Portugal half. About 20 seconds left of the 4 minutes of the stoppage time, so in the last 30 seconds to a minute of this first half. Kovacic scrambling to get away from his man. Finds a nice pass over into Modric. Those two just sitters are absolutely phenomenal, it has to be said. Ball over the top, can Perisic get there in front of his man? Looks like he would have, but it's well defended by Neto. Maybe anyone else on the pitch, you get away with that. The ball just is put into a position and you get away with it. Croatia do with a throw, would have a chance to take it. No, they won't. Half time, and it is goalless. The best chance falling definitely for Bruno Fernandes in that first half. Overplay by Leao on the left hand side, cuts it back to the Portuguese midfielder, just gets a little bit over it. It's straight at the goalkeeper. Whereas Croatia yet to really test Diogo Costa in goal. Finally balanced heading into the second half here in